Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Big Idea Lounge. I'm John Melbye with Become Demand Driven. Today, I want to share my answer to if someone asks me, what is your epiphany about supply chain chaos? What is your aha moment with regards to supply chain? And I've been thinking about this and talking about it in multiple ways, but the idea comes down to challenging one simple accepted truth about supply chain that we all have accepted for years that exposes one of the self-inflicted causes of chaos. So I've tried to keep the graphics from being distractive. Uh, and so I've created just this simple line of a supply chain. And we know it's not a chain. We know it's not a simple line. We know there's a lot of activities happening in there. But on one end is supply and the other end is demand. And the traditional tools that we use, the traditional material requirements planning, MRP software, starts with demand. Demand is the required beginning point. If you don't have demand for something, you don't have any reason to perform any activities within that supply chain. And so here's the aha moment. If we start with precision on this side, and get demand, try to work as hard as we can to get demand proper. And even if it's not precision, with when we use traditional planning tools, it is about creating a reactive supply chain. We first predict or capture the demand and then we act. But what if we started instead by defining our capability? If we create and define strategic inventory positions, we create what I'm calling the capability framework. And it always frustrated me when sales would come in or our general manager would come in and say, "Oh my gosh, we got this huge new sale. We weren't capable of performing what we were trying to do. Why is a huge new sale exciting for people?" And I get why it's exciting, but it just causes trouble in supply chain. Now, for every company, these are different, right? The where we create those strategic inventory positions, it's not the same everywhere. It might be in finished goods for you, it might be in raw materials, it might be somewhere in between at a sub-assembly or an intermediate manufactured part. But defining where that those strategic inventory positions are creates this capability framework. And once we get the framework set up, we can define the inventory quantities that we want to hold or that we intend to hold at those locations. And what we do then is we create capability ranges. And we start talking about we're capable of producing 100 to 150 or somewhere around 200 to 225. Whatever those numbers are, we define a range of what we are capable of producing. And then if we shift our visibility to focus on those inventory positions, we end up creating agility, resilience, and basically a proactive supply chain. And once we've created that proactive supply chain and we understand what are the levers we need to pull in order to manage our capabilities, that changes how the sales team and the operations folks communicate. And once we change what that communication looks like, it's no longer, can you handle this new order I'm about to put in? It's more, we're capable of producing 500 a day, right? Or 1,000 a day, right? And if so, my new order that I'm going to place has to kind of align with that. And that reduces supply chain chaos and redefines what's possible in our supply chains. That was my quick video with the Thought Leader's Guide to the Supply Chain Universe. I'm John Melbye at Become Demand Driven. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Thank you and have a great day.